I think is very, very complete and I mean very rounded, well furnished.
Well furnished.
Well furnished.
I haven't had anyone say that it's well furnished, but I understand what you mean.
It's like everything is into place and the adventure is really great.
Yeah, it feels like a Turtles movie. I think what we have working in our favor is that, you know, we obviously start off with a really cool montage that introduced the Turtles, but then it's like, wham, we're into Shredder's revenge. And, you know, Shredder got taken down by the Turtles and he's coming back with a creature from another dimension and the Foot Clan and super soldiers, and it immediately just takes the stakes and raises them up.
Your character needs to fight for his own credibility, right?
Right.
There's a series of problems, and then how can you explain that without giving away things that we don't want, you know?
Well, I mean, this movie with Casey Jones and with the Turtles is a lot about, like, what is your role? Where do you fit in? And Casey's always thought that he's going to fit in by becoming a detective in the New York City Police Department. And despite his best efforts, despite his best intentions to play by the rules, to color within the lines, it's not working out for him. So, you know, when his credibility is put to the test, when he's basically not fired but kicked off the force for a time, he's like, well, it's up to me now. I've got to take things into my own hands. And, of course, that throws him right into a collision course with the Turtles.
In a way, losing face could be very traumatic.
Mm-hmm.
But your character makes the best out of it.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that's one of the things that I like about him is that he is an optimist, right? So even when he's faced with, you know, crazy, weird stuff happening, he just puts his head down and says, all right, let's deal with it.
So there were you, like, in Toronto, I'm assuming you were like 15, 16, and then you decided to be an actor, and you came to Hollywood? And
no, I was in Toronto, and I was 28 and a half.
Okay.
And I decided to go to Hollywood, and you know, I had been futzing around with the industry in Toronto for a while, but it was frustrating because I could never really feel like I was connecting job A and job B, right? So when I moved to Hollywood and started auditioning in LA, I was in a very good spot energy-wise. I felt very comfortable in my own skin, and I feel like that energy came off of me in the audition room. I just started booking jobs, and here we are 6 years later.
That's great. No? So
yeah.
you feel you're very satisfied with your professional...
I'm incredibly satisfied. I'm proud of the movie. I'm proud of my career so far. I'm proud of the progress that I've made since arriving in Los Angeles, and I feel like this is much like Arrow felt like. I feel like this is another big step towards what. There's no pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. Maybe there are royalties at the end of the rainbow, but there's no pot of gold. But there is you know, steps that I want to take in my career, and this is certainly one of them.
Some actors and actresses, when they became too big, quote unquote, in terms of as products of popular culture, they go a little, you know, they go a little crazy.
You know how I handled that?
Yeah.
I married a Texan, right? And both she and her family, if I ever started referring to myself in the third person or walking out in public in a bathrobe or driving a gold-plated Mercedes, they look at me and they go, "What the hell is wrong with you?" And they'd settle everything down.
And wait, it's Canada Day today.
It's Canada Day on July 1st.
Oh, but not today?
Not today.
How come? This guy told me it was today.
It is...
Kind of, no.
It is a holiday weekend in Canada Day. It's a holiday weekend in Canada this weekend. It is Victoria Day long weekend, which Canadians call May 2-4 because of beer.
May 2-4.
Yeah,
great.
like a 24-pack of beer.